Agtuman dito sa Luyo. Maikot tada ini paikot. Ana ide planning visit. Bushman. Service. Ayan, pupunta kayo dito sa malapit sa statue. Monument sa monument. Ayan, pagkadami-daming tao, grabe. Pila pag-akyat sa ferry. Pila din mamaya pag pababa. Luwang pala dito. Ayan. Kasi si Papa Kibya ila ba? Didi pwede lang didi magli. Oh, may pizza. Oh. Ayan, pagkadami-daming tao. Pina. Exhibit. Imagining Liberty. Yeah. He? Ayan ang mga souvenirs. May Barbie. May robot. Ayan. Worth saving for immigrant. Ayan pala. Ulolo. Pani. Oh. I'm sorry. Ayan.
Oh, look at the different designs.
Independent, a war for the cause of liberty. He imagines a monument, a gift from the French people to commemorate that alliance and to celebrate America's progress toward liberty for all. With the fall of their own republic, the cause of liberty was faltering in France. Laboulaye hopes this gift will rouse a new call for democracy there. He shares his idea with a small group of colleagues and friends. Among Laboulaye's most enthusiastic supporters is Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, a talented Parisian sculptor. He is fascinated by the colossal monuments of antiquity and the powerful impact of using figures of immense scale to express enormous ideas. In 1871, Bartholdi crisscrosses America, gathering inspiration, discussing the project with publishers, politicians, and even President Ulysses S. Grant. He searches for the perfect site and finds it, Bedloe's Island, just a tiny speck of land in New York Harbor. But to the artist, a dramatic stage for the colossal statue he'd begun to envision. New York Harbor, one of the busiest in the world, teems with international trade and an increasing flow of immigrants drawn to and fueling an unprecedented surge of industry and wealth in the wake of the Civil War. Every ship coming and going will pass the statue in the harbor. New York has become the very gateway to the New World and the freedom America has come to represent. Laboulaye sets the project in motion.
Authorizing the president to designate and set apart the site for the colossal statue in the harbor of New York.
He secures permission to place the statue on Bedloe's Island and launches a massive fundraising effort. His plan calls for the people of France to donate the statue. Americans will provide a grand pedestal for the statue on the chosen site. Bartholdi spends years on the design. The ancient Roman goddess Libertas has long been used to personify the idea of liberty. But the idea of liberty is controversial in much of the world. It suggests violence and revolution. In the end, Bartholdi's vision transforms the goddess into a bearer of law and light. He calls his statue Liberty Enlightening the World. It is an immense idea, and in 1875 in Paris, Bartholdi begins to build an immense statue of the figure Liberty.
Alrighty, folks, if you want to make your way to
The sculptor and his team of skilled artisans begin to create a statue that will be 151 feet tall. They make thousands of measurements in order to fashion accurate, full-scale plaster casts of the statue's individual parts. They build 300 wooden forms that follow every contour of the plaster models, then use the forms to hammer sheets of copper into shapes that will fit together like gigantic puzzle pieces. The epic puzzle takes more than 5 years to complete. Bartholdi stokes public enthusiasm with showings of work in progress in the United States and Paris. He sells tickets for tours of his workshops. Meanwhile, the sculptor has engineering problems to solve. The statue's copper skin weighs more than 179,000 pounds. Liberty cannot stand without internal structure. For this, Bartholdi turns to the brilliant Alexandre Gustave Eiffel, later famed for what Americans call the Eiffel Tower. Paris, 1881. The full statue begins to rise up, towering over the neighborhood surrounding the construction yard. By completion, more than 300,000 people have come to behold her. Dignitaries, artists, writers, and everyday gawkers, all stunned by her scale and stirred by the power of the idea she conveys. Bartoli's crew disassembles the statue and packs it in more than 200 crates for its voyage across the Atlantic. With its heavy load, the ship plows through storms and high winds and nearly capsizes. But on June 19, 1885, the French ship is there, enters New York Harbor, met with enormous fanfare and a naval parade. Over the next year, atop the new pedestal on Bedloe's Island, the statue rises again, now to an astounding 305.5 feet, from the ground to the top of her torch.
Oh.
October 28, 1886, America formally dedicates the Statue of Liberty. Visitors experience what is perhaps Bartoli's greatest stroke of genius. They can go inside the statue. Rising up through the structure, the statue is not just an engineering marvel, but an unforgettable metaphor for the dynamic and inspiring force of liberty. Visitors see the world as Liberty sees it. The statue lifts a torch of hope, lighting the way to possibility, to the promise of liberty and justice for all.
Part 2. Wala, biar tout de suite, biar on va assis. Hein? Voilà, biar on va assis. Moi, je vais assis. Voilà.